All right. Ooh, we got 4 people waiting. I'm so sorry I'm late. Who's all in here? Please say hello by chatting. Send a comment over. And if you are just watching and you can't comment, it's because you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. So please go over, hit that subscribe button. It is free. And then you can interact. And I would love to be able to chat with you. Hi, Nicole. How are you doing? It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah. So for most of you, you know that I have been off and away for most of June. I was on a vacation and a training program, and man, was that ever amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I had an opportunity to check out another lodge and possibly become a caretaker of that place. And it's like, ooh, this dream of mine is getting a little closer and closer and closer. I've had to sit with that for a while though, and I think I made a decision that I'm going to pass on it, just because there's going to be quite a bit of sacrifices with my needing to work with my spiritual practices and whatnot. So, but it's just, so many other things are happening right now, and I'm so excited. I have no idea which direction life is taking me in right now, but I'm sure loving how things are showing up. That's for sure. So who else is watching that has not said hello yet? We got 2 people on. Yeah. All right. I did sit down and channel. I got channeled messages. And then I would like to give some readings to whoever's still connected here and would like to have a personal reading. I have the Ascended Masters Oracle that I'm working with tonight, as well as the Native Heart Healing Oracle and the Enchanted Map Oracle. And, there's 2 more. The Angels and Ancestors Oracle and the Angelic Messenger cards. So. All right. Channel message. Here we go. Spirit started off with saying the illusions of your physical reality are never what it seems to be on the surface. Everything can and does change in the blink of an eye. It may not show up as linear in your experience, hence why some things, in quotes, feel like it's taking a long time. They want me to sit with this and expand right now. So, for what feels like a lifetime for us is because of the way that we're perceiving this life on a physical level within these so-called parameters and illusions of constraints and time. Energy doesn't work in that way, right? And spirit doesn't work in that way. But here we are. And it's strange, because if you're waiting a long time, or what you perceive, and I'm talking now from personal experience, when you're waiting so long for something and then, it finally shows up, you're like, it's like all of a sudden that whole wait time, gone. It's gone. There's it no longer exists, but it's only existing during the waiting period. Then Spirit goes on to say, now is the time to embrace whatever is sacred to your heart and flow in the direction of love. None of you or us are being led astray. As long as we're using our internal compass or organic or biological intelligence. You want me to sit with this for a second too and just talk about the whole AI thing. AI could be a very useful tool, but it is a little concerning from my own personal point of view, and I'm feeling Spirit's hesitation on it as well, of how many people are actually relying, becoming codependent on AI. We need to be careful of what we allow into our field and what we allow our focus to be on or pulled into. Because where energy goes, everything flows, right? So codependency is a huge thing. And if we're not being codependent with, partners, people in our lives, our family, our friends, our business environment or working environment, that kind of thing, then we can end up actually becoming codependent with things like different types of addiction. And the number one addictive tendency that almost every single person has, these things, right? They vie for your attention all day, every day. And if we keep putting our energy into that, it's actually taking away from cultivating that connection within the self and furthering that illusion of separation, that we have an internal guidance system. They really want us to understand. They want everybody to understand that we're not being led astray during these times, or the times in the past, or times coming up in the future. We're not being led astray at all, as long as we're tuning in and trusting what feels right from the inside, instead of continuing to be reactive to our outside reality. So the next message here is concentrate on releasing or letting go of those low vibrations or frequencies, whether it's people, places, or things. But remove yourself, like extricate. Extricate. I think that's the right word. Right? Remove yourself from these things in order to raise your energy, right? Because if we want to raise our vibration, but we keep holding on to the same old things that keep holding us back, right? Like the same things that keep bogging us down. I mean, that's the same thing of, trying to do the same thing over and over and over, expecting a different result. It's insanity, right? If you want something to change in your life, you have to do something different. And I've been putting that to the test with everything. Things that I feel uncomfortable about, I'm not too sure of, but there's a level of excitement. I just go head first, go for it, because I know it's outside my comfort zone. That's exactly where my growth is. So I went on a trip by myself. I stayed at a lodge where I was completely isolated, the only person there, for 5 whole days. I would never have thought of doing anything like that in my life, all by myself. And I did it, and I felt great. And afterwards, it was the best experience ever for me. So again, removing the people, places, and other things in our lives that are energetically bogging us down, weighing us down, literally frees you up from those chains, and opens those new doors of opportunity. And then magic happens. I know, because it's happening. So free yourself up and you will fly. That was the last part of that message, which I wrote today. And then they wanted me to share something that I wrote in a book. And I'm not too sure how I got these questions or how I ended up writing all this down, but maybe it's another channel message. I don't remember. There's no date and no other things, so I'm just going to share. Maybe this will be helpful for you. Evolution of your magic. Soul embodiment. So there's a question here. What do you need to do or let go of in order to embody the new paradigm? By the way, the new paradigm is already here. We already have these high levels of vibrations and frequencies flooding this planet. We're ascending, whether you're aware of that or not. It's happening. The energy, the new energy is already here. So now it's a matter of each individual recognizing the changes within themselves and doing their own work to become vibrational matches to these higher frequencies in order to create more sustainable lives, happier, healthier lives, and a new future for all of life on Earth. So again, these are really great questions for all of you too, and I'll share what I wrote down in case it helps. What do you need to let go of or do in order to embody the new paradigm? For me, it was to stop procrastinating and face fear and release doubt and worry, which kind of what I put myself through on that 3-week vacation. Second question here. What is the next right step to live from overflow? For me, it would be deeper meditations, positive affirmations, and a whole nother level of trust. And I know how to do that. So here I am, one day at a time, one breath at a time. Third question. What do you need to do to practice living in overflow? For me, it's focusing more on gratitude of every little thing. Every little thing. Dancing helps me be in that flow, right? Swimming. Doing all the things that make my heart sing. And then there's a positive affirmation that was written here. I feel like this was all channeled stuff. This is interesting. I usually write a date down, but I didn't write a date down on today either. So that's also interesting. There's significance to that. Don't know what it is right now, but I'll figure it out down the road. Sometimes we get little breadcrumbs and then we can make a picture of it later. So the affirmation here, I am open to receive divine guidance, abundance, freedom, connection, magic, and unconditional love and joy. And then the last question is part of my next right steps to, and then fill in the blank. And it says to feel your answer. So write the question, is part of my next steps to, and then you fill in that blank because you're asking yourself this. And then what you're doing is tuning into your body to feel if that feels light, if it feels like it's something you want to move forward towards, or if it feels heavy. Because if it's something that makes you feel light, excited, and you kind of move forward, those are all positives. That's your answer is yes. If an answer is negative or a no, then you would actually pull back. You'll feel a little heavier and maybe, stomach turns a little. I'll say hello to Merlin. Yeah. Okay. Gonna pull. They want me to pull 3 cards. So here we go. We're going to use these 3. This is still the general collective reading for everybody, just so you know. Oh, good, Nicole. Awesome. Most important message for her, the collective, please and thank you. Ooh, ooh. Cool. Oh gosh. Yay. Sweet. Okay, first message coming from the Ascended Masters for the collective. We got White Tara with purification. So now is a good time for everybody to take stock of where you are in your life. Is there any area in your life that is due for a detox, a need for purification, whether it's, cleaning out some things that maybe you've been holding on to but don't serve any purpose for you anymore, is just taking up space, causing stagnancy and a blockage of energy and flow in your space? Or what are you putting into your body? How are you expending your energy? Purification means to purify on all levels, be it physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. It's the 4 pillars, right? And they're all interconnected with each other. There's no one that doesn't affect the other. So if there's room for improvement with the foods that we eat, or if we're drinking or consuming alcohol or drugs, time to do a detox if that's the case. How are your thoughts? This is a big one for people. Do you speak kindly to yourself and others in your own mind, or is it a free-for-all shit show? For the most part, to be real honest, it's a shit show, and people are not realizing things start here and then project outwards. So purify the mind in order to help realign the body, right? And the energy of everything else in order to create a more positive outcome and effect and experiences. So right now we're sitting in a purification stage, and I want to say as a collective level, stop paying attention to the flipping news, okay? Unplug your TVs. Seriously, it is programmed to instill fear and get people continuing to fight with each other. You want to learn how to stop that and create a new world? Unplug from that outside matrix, plug back into your own heart, your own internal guidance system, the GPS of the biological intelligence. Doom. You're going to get that purification that's needed. And, we need it for the collective within humanity. And I feel there is a huge spiritual awakening taking place on this planet, affecting everybody, whether you're aware of it or not. And it's only here to help with the evolution of life and all life on this planet. So remember, what you pay attention to and focus on, you get more of. So if you keep paying attention to and focus on that negative, stuff that gets thrown out there all the time, then you're going to keep being reactive to your outside world. Okay, flip the switch. You can flip the script inside yourself. And I promise you, prove me wrong. I promise you, you're going to end up living a very different life and have experiences and opportunities that are going to seem like they're absolutely magical. How did this happen? In the bigger picture, we got Ascended Master Thoth with write. Okay, so writing is going to be extremely beneficial for everybody. Write about your purification, right? Write out. My body is free from all toxins and this level, this level, this level, this level. Like, write it out as if it's already happened. And then write out what the world looks like to you if you were living in an ideal world, right? Write it out, because what you're writing, those words that you spell, there's a reason it's called spelling. You're casting a spell. So put it out there into existence. Your heart, your intentions, the love that you have for a better world for all life on this planet needs to be heard. And the universe is the only one that needs to hear it. Put it out there to help bring it into existence. Okay? First message coming from, this one is the angels and ancestors. We got Hunter, and it says, track down your fears and desires. So, and that's part of the purification process too. Eliminate the fears. Realize when a fear pops up, it's just an acronym, false evidence appearing real. So discern in that moment, wait a minute, I'm just, I got anxiety about something. I'm fearing something. My anxiety, like fight or flight, just got tripped off. So what am I scared of? Is there actual danger present? Oh, wait a second. Is there danger? No, no danger. What was that knee-jerk reaction? Oh, based on a memory of something in the past that is not happening right now. You can literally walk yourself right out of that fear, exactly like I just did this, by facing everything and rising. You just talk yourself through it. No, this is not dangerous. That was just a memory. It's not happening. Breath, calm, back in your power, no longer reactive to your outside world. Right? When we eliminate the fears, then we make room for those desires to be met. We make room to open up and receive. Now, in the bigger picture here, we got the Earth Mother. Feel love and comforted. So this is the bigger picture. This is the higher self message for all of us as, the collective. Connect to our Mother Earth. Here. Connect to the Mother Earth. She supports all life here. And when you take a moment to sit in nature, actually 20 minutes is what it's needed. 20 minutes to sit in nature to rejuvenate yourself physically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. 20 minutes in nature. That's it. Feel that support. It is there under our feet 24/7. So I'm feeling like there's a need for this sacred communion with the earth on an individual level is going to help the collective. Not just you personally, but everybody. So why not? Okay. Final two messages coming from the Native Heart Healing. We got the Sacred Serpent. Sacred Serpent. Oh boy. So this just makes me think of Kundalini and a certain snake charmer that I know. Kelly, did you make it? I just saw your messages here. Why did I grab my phone? That's not what I wanted. Look at that. Automatic pilot grabbing my phone when I wanted a book instead. 18. So I'm going to read this just because I'm not familiar. All right. Let's put this up for you guys to check out and keep watching. This healing mandala brings guidance on the transition you are currently experiencing. You are encouraged and supported to enter the Aztec temple of the Serpent of Light. This mandala of renewal speaks of the balance of light and darkness within, and thus without. It represents a time of solstice and celebration. The sacred serpent awakens within your core and watches over you as you descend into the depths of yourself to enter the spiral of life. Honor this sacred time as you enter your inner temple for a journey that can only lead to renewal. The sacred serpent guides you in reawakening your light, carrying you back within yourself so you can be born anew. Rise again, dear one, as the serpent rises within you. The energy within this mandala suggests that an aspect of your older self is relaxing and making way for a brighter new self to be born. This process can be as simple as you choose for it to be. Invite your new self, your higher self, within by calling it from your heart. Wow, so that just kind of summed up almost everything that I've been talking about, right? And then the final message from our collective higher selves, self-love. This is where it's at. We can't love, get this, we can't love another person if we haven't learned how to love ourselves. How do you know what to give if you're not cultivating it within yourself first? Self-love. Look how beautiful this is. And guess what happens when you get into right relationship with yourself and you are looking for a partnership outside of yourself? It shows up. It does. It does. All right, let's see. 32. Self-love. So, this healing mandala blesses you with a message of self-love. It says there is no need to seek love as it already lives within you. Love yourself first and foremost, every day, in every way that your heart desires. And accept yourself as the perfect being and creation that you are. You will attract a soul partner and friendships that will reflect the very same back to you. This card also has a message for those that choose to give to others before giving to themselves. It is important to choose to fill your own cup regularly before you fill the cup of others. In doing so, you will always have so much more to offer. By loving yourself first, you give the most beautiful gift within this universe, the permission for others to love and accept themselves too. Self-love is our greatest responsibility. And of course, then the message comes in right behind that. We are only as good to others as we are to ourselves. So if we keep putting ourselves on the back burner and thinking that we are being there to the best of our abilities, well, that's not true, because you are to the best of your abilities, but they're saying you're falling short. If there's room for improvement with self-love, right, then there's room for improvement with how we can bring that love and compassion and help and assistance and guidance for others, right? One of the biggest lies that we had out there is put everyone first and foremost and yourself last. And it's like, but you know, there's that whole analogy they're showing me now too, being in an airplane. You know, if the little oxygen masks come down, say that you've got, you know, two people sitting next to you, but they're knocked out. They're not dead, but they're breathing, but they can't help themselves there. Well, if you start giving this to other people, then you're going to end up with no breath. But if you give breath to yourself first, then you're going to be able to get all those people to help. So that's the analogy they want us to understand how this works. Don't sell yourself short for somebody else, because that energy is less than what could be more beneficial for everybody. I hope that made sense. I understood it. Okay, so I'm going to take a picture of this because I'm going to post the pictures on all the socials for you guys to go back and save the pictures, because there's meditations with this particular one, and those last two cards that I read, Spirit's like, yeah, it'd be very beneficial for those that want to do the meditations and work with that on a deeper level. Plus, get more out of all the other messages that's written in the book there. So I'll just take a picture of that before I wrap up and go into the personal meetings. Was there any questions from you guys watching so far about the collective readings that you need clarity on? Or better yet, hold on, Spirit saying, do you have anything to add and offer? I got one of my students in here. Are you late? No, darling, you're right on time. I did just finish with the collective reading, but you can always go back and watch the replay. Oh, by the way, the replays, you guys, are under the live tab that's on the YouTube channel. All these ones I put in a specific category. So you can go back, you can check the dates, or follow your intuition, whatever feels right. Remember, Spirit has no limits or boundaries on how it delivers its messages. It's not bound by the constructs and limitations of what we call time in this reality. You are feeling this new energy. Yes, Nicole, I've been feeling it for a few years myself, but there was a lot of integrative work, and I was, hell bent on letting certain things go in my life that, they're finally gone now, and things are happening. I'm so excited. And I can't wait to tell you all more. I'm not sure that I can spill the beans on everything just yet. So. All right, no questions for the collective messages. Oh, you're sending me some emojis and stuff. I didn't know you could do that on here. Cool. All right. If you have a specific question that you would like for me to connect with and ask Spirit and give you some guidance and clarity on, go ahead and type that out. If you're not sure what you want to know about, I always default to, please tell me what I need to know. Thank you. And go ahead and comment that over just so that I know if all 6 of you that are watching me do want a reading, or if there's just a couple of you and the rest of you are kind of just watching silently in the background. All right, Darla. And I will do you guys in the order that I'm seeing the comments come up. So hopefully you're seeing the same as I am. Okay, again, for everybody else that is just watching and, checking things out, not too sure if any of the messages, whether they were from the collective or being given to an individual now, if any of those messages end up raising hairs on your arm or making your hair on your head stand up straight, or give you some kind of feeling or thought that, wow, it sounds like she's reading for me. If you have those thoughts, please know that Spirit's little nudge right to you saying, yes, this message is for you as well. Again, no limits or boundaries. So allow yourself to be open to receive anything and everything. And you can actually probably gain a whole lot out of this whole session, even if I don't pull a card specifically for you. Okay. All right, so I'm going to tune into Darla first here. I'm going to do a little channel first and then pull a card from one of the decks. Oh, that deck is already jumping out. Okay, Darla. Darla, they're telling me you're really nervous about something. There's a lot of nervous energy. You need to find a way to work out, to move out. If you're open to share what that might be about, it could be helpful and beneficial for other people. And if you're not, that's okay too. It's just there's an interesting need to go in a little bit deeper here. if possible. Because it almost feels like this energy can be easily confused as anxiety when all that needs to happen is a tweak within your own mindset to perceive it as something exciting. Whatever this is way outside your comfort zone. And I keep hearing go for it. Go for it. It's like push past the illusion of fear. Whatever this is, it's in connection to something that you have asked for. Drive fast tomorrow. Okay. Maybe this is something that's going to be coming up for you. And then if you're not already feeling this, maybe I'm picking up something that's coming in. Okay. Let's pull a card. The Angelic Messenger cards want to come out for you. Cool. You got the first card is Abundance. This is one of only 2 wild cards in this particular deck. And I'm just going to read from the actual book with these cards because they're pretty powerful. And Abundance. Here we go. So your present circumstance is creating all that you need at all levels for your life and in order to fulfill your vision for your planetary home. This card of abundance was drawn as a means of shifting your inner and outer living into recognizable accomplishment, success, well-being, satisfaction, health, and mutual exchange with the human and natural systems that have partnered your advancement. You have a vision for your life that has grown from your heart and from your spirit, a vision that tells you that you are a child of the universe and are meant to grow in love, wisdom, and cooperative attitude. You are meant to use your creativity, imagination, and abilities to the fullest extent in order to create a magnificent earth home for you, those you love, and all the human beings and creatures in your planetary family. So the application and the guidance coming to you from this card is write out. So here's the message of write right there for you. You're very welcome. So write out the ways in which you intend to use the abundance coming to you. List, and maybe it's all the shit that's going to start coming into you. You're going to get overwhelmed. That's kind of what I'm feeling. So just breathe and remember what I said. Shift your mindset, realize in that moment, oh, wait a second, this isn't fear. It's the same sensation of excitement. I'm going to choose to be excited and align yourself with excitement. You have the power to do that. So list as many kinds of abundance in addition to financial and monetary as you can think of. Ask your children or the children of friends to share their lists of abundance. And write to your local newspaper editors and ask them to publish an article asking people to share with you the things that they consider important kinds of abundance. What becomes obvious to you and your family when you list the many kinds of meaningful abundance that you've discovered? Perhaps you'll find that abundance flows most directly from an attitude appreciating what you already have. Mm. When you are putting your present resources to good use, the universe is more apt to offer you opportunities to do and to use more. Oh, there you go, love. And at the bottom of the card, truth. So that spirit's mic drop. Cool. Awesome. All right, switching gears now. Nicole Antry and anybody else, if you're still watching after you're hearing a few messages, if you do change your mind and you would like to have a message for you, go ahead. You can comment at any time. As long as I'm still live, I will get your reading in. Okay. Nicole. That's a weird image. Wasn't expecting to see that. Seeing like a head, like somebody's head and hair being rolled up into curlers. Are you wanting to perm your hair or do something really different with your with your hair? I wasn't expecting that. Then again, I don't know what I'm expecting when I tune in. So, I'm hearing these something like a big change in hairstyle is going to create a big change in lifestyle. Because even when we shift things in a small little way, like in a subtle way, it can create a profound ripple effect. They have me stuck on the curlers. I don't know why. Maybe you can let me know if that has any significance to you, something about curlers. What else? So they're saying just keep going, keep doing the things that are new. Oh, you're looking for a new career. Change your hairstyle. I don't know. They're like literally curl your hair. See, I have my hair in my braids in order to give me that wicked curly because I don't want to use the chemicals for the perm, right? I have a natural curl. It's a light natural curl, but when I put it into these tiny two little braids here like this and I hold it for two days like this, then it's like I have these wicked ringlets. And it's funny, with each different hairstyle that I have, I feel like a different you look like a peanut character with curly hair. Was that a good thing or I'm not too sure which character. Oh. Oh shit, I'm still stuck on Darla. Okay, well, thanks for that clarity. Darla, I was supposed to disconnect from you. Oh, Nicole, it's already crazy curly. Okay. Well, then, yeah. Okay. You guys are funny. Hmm. No, they're telling me this message is still for Nicole, though. There's something about needing to do something, a different type of style with your crazy curly hair. Um, Something completely different. I'm almost thinking like something that you wouldn't even think of doing. It's like, try that. Um, and you'll be pleasantly surprised. It's like all of a sudden you do a different hairdo and you look like a different person, right? And sometimes we can act like different people when we are feeling a different way too, or not sometimes, we actually do, right? I'm looking for a new career though. Go get your hair done. Honey, just go get your hair done. Like they're not leaving me alone with this. Go get your hair done. I don't know. Maybe there's going to be some conversation with the hairdresser or something, an opportunity of this new job that you're looking at. It's going to seem so flippin' unrelated, but the two things are going to be hand in hand, hand in hand. And this is the way the universe works in miraculous, magical ways. You know, we think, oh, our spirit's asking me to go do this. No idea why. And then you go do this, and here it's in connection to the very thing you've been looking for your whole life. Right? But you had no idea. Let the magic unfold. Try something new. All right. So, Angels and Ancestors Oracle is what's coming up for you, Nicole. So, let's see. So, you got the Sage. And it says, be devoted and committed. Oh, by the way, you guys, the full moon was yesterday, so we're still in that pocket of intense energy. So the intentions that you set during this full moon, or any full moon for that matter, does help. It does help us to energetically align with said intentions. So, with this message of the sage, be devoted and committed. I'm hearing write again, pen and paper, write out what your intentions are. You're looking for a new career. Well, what's your ideal career? What does that look like if there's no limits or boundaries? If there is nothing you holding you back, okay, allow yourself to play with the possibilities and write it all out. Never mind how. Leave the magic of how up to the universe. Just write out, what does your ideal job look like, and write all these things down, and then it's like, you're checking off or creating a menu, right, for the universe. And the universe, oh, that's what she's doing, okay, let's work the magic. And then you sit in that energy of like, yeah, that's it, that's exactly what I want. And then you magnetize the opportunities that match that vibration. This is how it's done. But again, if we need to change a little something in order to shift those energy, make those changes, there's something about your hair, girl, that you got to do. So go meet a new hairdresser. Give yourself the full pampering. Number one, you deserve it. And number two, it's going to put you closer to the next dream you have for yourself. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I was a little strange, but I hope that was helpful. And that just goes to prove, too, that we're all still intricately connected, that even though I'm doing a reading for one, it still resonates and connects and is valid for another. Cool. Keep me posted. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, although I don't feel you need it. If you just keep going with the flow with these strange intuitive guidance that's coming, if you just like throw caution to the wind and like just go do it, you're going to be like, wow. And I'm going to get a message from you going, wow. And I'm going to be like, wicked. Okay. Kelly is next. Excellent. All right, Kelly. Kelly. Oh, that was loud. Retreat. I heard retreat. So, and then they're showing me like a location. So I don't know where this location is, but it's like a retreat. You need a retreat for yourself, a respite, a vacation, and not just for a day or two. Like a good at least 7 days where you're away from everything. Yeah, there's something about the number 7 days is needed in order for the collective purification, like that the message from the collective messages that we got of purification for you, in order for a full purification and that proper cleansing that actually will take effect. You got to be separated from the energies that are creating and keeping you locked down or feeling stuck. Yeah, there has to be a removal from those energies for a full 7 days in order for you to really be able to reorient the self. And during that process, you're going to really learn how to master the art of shielding yourself so that you no longer take on what's not yours. It's going to be so much easier when you get back to get the ball rolling in the other areas that you know about. Okay. Now, Native Heart for you. And is there anybody still watching that is wanting to have a reading for themselves that I have not read for? Go ahead and comment if you would like. Message for Kelly, please. Ah, goodness me. I'm not surprised. The Spirit of Bear. I keep pulling this one for myself in the last few days, so maybe it's a Libra thing. I don't know. But Spirit of Bear, and then at the bottom of the deck, you got the Sacred Serpent, which I just finished reading for the collective. So that's really strong in your. You want to go back and watch the replay to get that all of that message, and be on the lookout too. Again, for everybody, be on the lookout for the pictures of all these cards uploaded onto the social media, like all my social platforms, so that you can read more of the guidance that's being given and utilize it, apply it. Like, this guidance ain't no good for anybody if you're not putting it into action. Okay, if you're not actually applying it. So, Spirit of Bear is, I'm going to read from the book here. You just take a look at that beautiful mandala. All right. The Spirit of Bear mandala brings courage and strength to those in need. It strengthens the mind and the body with the sheer power that only bear medicine can offer. However, bear also hibernates in the cold season, reminding you to lay low and settle when needed. Bear plays a significant symbolic part in everyone's life with the key elements of its nature shining through all. Spirit of Bear is a guardian of the great earthly plane and a keeper of the many, many doorways linking the earth with the higher planes. As such, Bear touches every soul on incarnation and throughout their lifetime. Bears embody what I like to call an iron hide because they are undefeated in strength and power. They can endure the toughest of situations and can adapt to their environment. Likewise, Spirit of Bear has a will that cannot be broken and an essence that is of the earth. With this card, Spirit of Bear is with you. You are being reminded to draw upon the strength and courage that lives within you. Life only ever gifts you with situations that you are ready for, and you are never given anything you cannot learn and grow from. Which stage of your journey are you at? One's greatest strength lies in the ability to be vulnerable. So Bear may be signaling for you to retreat. There it is. To retreat, to embrace your dreams. Oh, wait. No, that was a different. Retreat to your cave and spend time in introspection. Have you already emerged from your cave with fresh insight and courage, ready to embrace your dreams? Either way, be the leader of your life. By drawing upon the rich resources of the four elements contained within this mandala, you always have all that you need. Well, I want to end that with a mic drop too. Wow. Yeah. So that was like, I heard retreat and it was really loud. And it was like a retreat, not just into yourself where you are, but away from that place so that you can fully reorient yourself, clear, balance, reground, all of that. And then things will get a lot clearer. There's almost like an activation that's going to happen within you too, where you're aligning more with your self-mastery. So by the time you come back from that respite, you will have a game plan set and execute it. No problem. All right. Because remember, we already talked about this earlier. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And it's up to us, not these guides that we listen to, but it is up to us. We're here having this human experience. We do get to choose. We were given free will to choose and co-create, right? So, but we have to initiate the change in order for the change to happen. We can't, if we keep waiting for things to happen outside of us, then we will continue that wait, because that's the energy we're in. All right. I hope that was helpful for you. Is there anybody else that would like to have a reading, or is there any other questions for those that have already read for too? Do you have a specific question? Would you want clarity on anything that I've given, whether it was to you or to someone else? Go ahead and type that now before I wrap this video up for the evening. And I'm not sure when I'm going to be on next. Oh, there's David. Hi. Cool. I'm just wrapping it up, but I would recommend go back and watch the replay as soon as it's uploaded. Lots of good stuff in here, and more confirmations from just after your reading too, by the way. It's pretty wild. Yeah. Oh, another bit of it, news for you guys about me and my business here. One of those weeks that I was away, I was getting certified to be a Ayurvedic head massage therapist. So yeah, I've got my little what do they call that? Massage chair. So Ayurvedic head massage is done with oil in the head with the hair, special oil, but also an upper body, like upper back and neck, your head and your face massage. This helps to work on the lymphatic parts of your body, as well as the marma points, which are energy points and everything. It's so relaxing, but it's also extremely purifying. Lots of detoxifications happen, or purification happens on different levels for different people depending on what's going on. But it's extremely relaxing at the same time, to have a service. I've had it done twice, and then when the lady that had done it for me, I found out that she was a teacher and offers training. I was like, whoa, everybody needs to feel this. I want to learn how to do this so that I can give my clients this beautiful experience. So because I'm still practicing, getting my craft, honed in for how I'm delivering it and whatnot. The pricing is still, you know, way more affordable. No, it's cheaper, if you will, as I gain more experience with it. So yeah, if you're interested in booking that service, the service is up on my website right now. And if you have any issues with navigating my website or signing up for anything, feel free to reach out to me directly to get help with that. It's no problem at all. All right. Okay, you guys, I'm going to take off because I want to go eat some dinner. But it was so lovely to connect with you guys again. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be on maybe next week. I'm feeling like the pull for next week is happening. I don't know what day yet, so I'm waiting on Spirit to give me that confirmation. As soon as I know, I'll upload it here with you guys, giving you as much heads up notice as I possibly can. And I have a couple of ideas of doing something, different on my YouTube, and I'm hoping another person that I'm thinking of would be up to doing it with me. So we'll see how things are going to flow moving forward following that love. All right, from my heart to yours, I love you all. Until next time, shine bright, because we're all beautiful souls. Take care.